Hey gang, welcome to my office. But we'll mostly be in the studio. I have a really fun video for you today. It's featuring Natalie Kalbach's Art Foamies. And if you haven't seen these online, they're made by a company in Canada. And Natalie sent me one of hers to play with, and boy, did I have a good time. So, here's the video. Enjoy. Here's the way the foamies come packaged. This just happened to be two art foamies in one package because it's called Versailles, and it is a positive and negative stamp. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know how well you can see the stamp image right now, but you will. The foam is dense, and I'm just showing you my materials. I have a palette paper, I have a brayer, I have some paint colors, and this is called the Buddy, the Stamp Buddy, and it's a lighter foam with a plastic backing that I'll show you a little bit later on. Right now I'm inking up one of the art foamies with a permanent ink. In this case it's Ranger's Archival Black, and that is so that I can stamp onto the foam buddy and have the impression of the stamp to ink it up. And look how cool that is, really. I love this image, Natalie. And it's just a small piece of credit card. I could have used a smaller piece, so I could have been a little more precise, but I was trying to get this on video without taking my entire life, and certainly not your entire life, being respectful of your time. So I'm actually adding more paint than I thought I was going to need, and I was gently pushing it into that foam pad. I think that's a cadmium yellow. I tried to go with um, opaque colors or add some white. This is anthro blue, and I am using golden, but of course anything you've got, craft paints work super well. I'm just adding some white into there, into that blue, using my credit card to mix it up and add it around the edge. As you can see, I really could have used a smaller tool. I don't know why I didn't cut that down more, but whatever. At this point, it's okay. It all comes out well. And now I have some red, so you can see I am just using the primary colors here and not doing any color mixing or using any fancy colors, and partly because I wanted to illustrate this without having to worry about making a muddy look. So the yellow and the blue will make a green, and the red and the blue will make a violet, and so there you go. Don't scrape hard into this foam. I did not have any problem with it, but I just sort of pushed it into the foam. Oh my gosh, look at all that paint on my fingers. I think I'll do a manicure sometime soon. Okay, now I'm going to start stamping. So there's my stamp pad all set up, and you can see how cool that looks. It's all sort of blendy and nice. I'm pulling in my piece of paper, and you can see this is a brown paper bag. I believe it's a 10 inches high by as long as the bag was after I finished cutting it down. I'm telling you this, actually I think it might have been, I'll put the measurements below, because the measurements are, I used measurements to make a book that, and that book video will be coming up soon. So if you want to work along with me, you can use the same measurements. And you can see how well that's stamping. I run up into a little problem with that um, bit of rumpled paper there, but that's okay. You could always iron the paper if you're super fussy about that. And I have ironed brown paper and paper in general. Just no steam, and you're good. The folds in this did not matter at the end when I made the book, and I knew that was going to happen. So I'm stamping along the top edge, and now I'm just trying to measure to make sure I have enough space for one in the middle because I wanted to do a different color scheme in the middle, and now I'm just going to finish stamping. Now I still had ink after finished stamping that bottom row, so you can see me here just putting it into my journal. Isn't that cool? I love that stamp. I love this thing. I really do. And I just kind of randomly grabbed some pages until I ran out of ink. I stamped a bunch of stuff. Yeah, jelly print paper, and then when I ran out of ink, there's the finished piece, all stamped out, and looks really neat. Wish I had added more white, only because of the brown paper. It would have been a little brighter, adding some white. So now I'm going to stamp up the other part of this Versailles stamp. Again, printing a guide on the PAL and just pulling you in a little closer. It's so nice. And I guess you could line them up. I'm going to try that. I'm going to line it up. And looks like I'm getting smart there and cutting a smaller piece of credit card. And I'm using gold, white, and I think Quinn. I'll list everything below. Oh God, that gold is so gorgeous. That's the golden gold is really nice, I have to say. But like I said, I just tried some Dina Wakley paint, and I like that a lot. I only have a couple of colors, but it's very nice paint. So use what you have. Use what you have. How do you guys like the Dilutions paint? I was thinking about trying that out too. Let me know in the comments how you like that. So I'm being much more relaxed about this. Excuse me, my allergies are up. And just same thing, just pushing it into that foam. And all of this is washable. The foam is washable and reusable, and you get a piece of foam cut to size with almost every foamy that you buy, and they are a company out of Canada. And Julie Five Van Bolzer has got a bunch of stamps, and so does Natalie. They have some really great artists made images over there. So just showing you again how that looked. Seems like I'm in slow-mo here. I don't know why. This new video editing program is giving me a few problems here and there. But anyway, this is the color scheme that reminds me of Rome, or maybe what Versailles looked like, with that gorgeous gold. Oh, and that was golden bone color. I think Liquitex has a color called linen that is much like that bone. I really love. So just going along and stamping this up. Okay, I've cleaned things up here. They say you don't need to clean the foamies, but I do anyway. And they did clean up nicely. I also cleaned the um, PAL there, and that cleaned up real nicely, very easily. And the plastic backing on it is makes it pretty durable. So I'm real happy with this, and that was great fun. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll come back and link the book I make to this. But in the meantime, if you're new here, welcome and subscribe, please. Leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, and head over to my blog for more pictures. See you soon.